Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Star Wars: The Old Republic video. This one I want to go over a certain topic in the game which I feel is quite important, and it may have confused some people since the early access of release and stuff, and people who may not know the way around the game as much. And I want to go over crafting and gathering skills. So, crafting and gathering skills are done slightly different in Star Wars: The Old Republic than they are in other MMOs. Previously, you had to go around and gather. Like, you'd have to go around a certain zone and gather, say if you were doing mining for example, you'd have to go around and gather ores and minerals from the ground. And in this game it's not done like that. You can do that if you want to, but there is a much different way to doing it, and it does make quite a bit of difference as to how you level your skills. So, crafting and gathering is done through your crew now. And if you don't know what I'm on about, basically your crew is you and your companion. Just got stealth mode. So here on the bottom right, if I summon my companion, and currently I have Quaisen Fess. He's my companion, and there's a good reason I've got him as a companion at the moment. And that's because if we open up the companion window here, or crew window, you'll see that Quaisen Fess has. Oh, hang on, we won't yet. We'll see in a sec. Quaisen Fess has plus 15 points in archaeology. Now, archaeology is a gathering skill. You're allowed 2 gathering skills and 1 crafting skill. So for a crafting skill I've chosen Artifice, and I'm going to go over that in a second. And then gathering skills I've chosen Archaeology. Currently there are a lot of different gathering and crafting skills available. Those are the 2 I've chosen at the moment purely for the fact that they're the most simple, and it's just helping me get used to how these new skills work for now. Until I get more used to how these skills work, I'll probably choose some different ones, because I know a lot of people are going Archaeology and Artifice, but those 2 go well together, and that's because Artifice involves crafting lightsaber crystals and artifacts and things like that. Obviously, in the name you can tell, and you gather those crystals and artifacts through Archaeology, so it's a mix and match. Now, first of all, to get these skills, you will need to visit a crew skill trainer, and these can be found. The easiest place to find them is if you go into the Republic fleet, which is like the main city for the Republic, and you head here where it says crew skills on the map. Just come here, and then you've got loads of different skills. You've got mission skills as well. And I think if you come down here, these are the actual crew skills for like. Yeah, here we go. So you got your different craft. See, it will tell you if it's crafting or gathering next to it as well. So those are crafting skills there. These might be crafting skills as well. Yep, they're crafting skills. Arms tech is like building weapons. Armor mech is building armor, obviously. Some of it's self-explanatory. Bioanalysis is basically like herbalism. A lot of them are quite similar to what you've experienced in other MMOs before. Artifice, here's the one that I've chosen. And here it shows what sort of things I can craft as well. So I can craft like shield generators. Now this is also really good because I can use shield generators with the spec I'm going. But here it shows what crystals I can. It's selling like mats and stuff here. Biochem, I think that's like pots and stuff. But we go around here. We've got the last 2 ones. These are just the crafting ones as well, I think. Oh no, we've got gathering ones here. Bioanalysis, again, that's like herbalism. And archaeology, that's all I want to show you. So, you're probably asking yourself, how do you level up? Well, like I said, you can go around the zones and choose what you can. You can choose these ores or minerals or whatever it is you level them. But there is also a much different way to doing it, and this different way allows you to level your character whilst also leveling the skill. So here, if we open up this crew management window, and you'll see next to your companion you've got your skills here. So if we click on, say, Archaeology, and it brings up a mission window. So down here at the bottom first it says we've got about Quaisen Fess. We can choose a companion. Now Quaisen Fess has plus 15 Archaeology efficiency and plus 5 Bioanalysis efficiency. So maybe the other good crafted gathering skill to go for Quaisen Fess would be Bioanalysis. But here we've got different missions, and it says, look, there's a time and a cost, and also what sort of mats you will get back from this mission. And basically what this is you click on one of these, so let's use this cheap one here, look. There's a little story behind it. Moderate yield, grade 1 power crystals. So down here we can send companion, and basically what this will do, if we click send companion, my companion is now gone, as you can see. And this basically sends him off, and he goes and gathers those materials for me. And it says here in the crew log, it tells you how long's left waiting. You can cancel that current task if you want to. It shows what task he is on there, and he's gone now until he comes back. Now when he comes back, you'll see in a minute, or 2 minutes, he'll come back with those materials. And this is how gathering and crafting is done now in Star Wars: Old Republic. Like I say, you can still go around zones and bind them, but with this, I can now still walk around freely and go and kill mobs if I wanted to. I can't here because there isn't any mobs here, but I can do that if I feel so. You know, it doesn't penalise you from leveling your XP for as much. I know you do get XP from like finding these things on the ground, but to be honest, you're going to get more XP if you do it this way. Obviously, it does cost you as well. You saw there. Some of them get quite expensive the further you go on. I'm started leveling archaeology quite a bit now. I'm in 59 skill. I am going to level this all the way to 400, just like I am with Artifice eventually. Because obviously with me being a Jedi, it's quite appropriate, because I will be using different lightsaber crystals eventually to custom weapons. Especially once I've got the PvP weapon, level 24 PvP weapon, which is really nice. And I want to get a different crystal for that one to give me more strength. But anyway, this is how gathering's done now. Now, when he comes back, he'll just teleport back to me again, and I can send him off again, or he can carry on fighting for me. If I have a look in my backpack here, you can see some of the inventory. You can see some of the items that I've got back from doing this so far. So I've got 12 blue color crystals so far, blue amorphous crystals. I've got 17 green amorphous crystals. I've got 2 red igneous crystals, and you can see here at the bottom in yellow writing it says what grade they are. This basically determines how powerful these crystals are. I've got an Eralan crystal, grade 2. This power crystals are used to craft things like this, these might hilts and modifications for weapons. That's my pre-order crystal. Red amorphous crystal, so that's like the one below this one. This is one that I've crafted. I've crafted that just to see what was going on, and you get some pretty nice crystal. So here we go. You can see he's come back. Mission complete. There, look, it just like getting a quest, and it shows you what rewards you get from it. So I've got 2 Rubat crystals, so not a brilliant reward, but I did send him on quite a cheap task. So if I click accept, and there we go. They got into my inventory, and that's basically how it's done. So if I send him off. Let's do some crafting, shall we? So here's the crafting for Artifice. Now here on the left, it shows you what items you can craft with the mats. Now you see I've only got 1 red amorphous crystal at the moment. I can't craft one because I need 2 of those to craft the actual Fortitude crystal. But I can craft a lot. I can see, look, I can craft 8 of these green ones if I wanted to, or 6 of these blue ones. So let's craft a blue one. Again, look, it shows you can select your companion at the bottom, and it shows what their stats are in this. Click craft, and again he goes off and he'll craft that, and that takes a minute. Some of them do take longer as you go further in. You can see here this is what the Rubat crystals is used for, so I can use different hilts and they give me different stats depending on which one I craft. This is very, very simple, and it's a lot easier to level these skills than it is in other MMOs before. So once he comes back, we'll see. If we open our inventory, we'll see them go into the inventory in a second. That's one red crystal I made as well, actually. Red Fortitude crystal. The kind of ironic thing is, you need light 1 or above, so... sorry, you don't need light 1 or above, which kind of makes sense, I suppose, because if you basically to use red lightsabers, you need to be quite evil, depending on what choices you make. And this is how choices in the game come to effect. What sort of weapon modification stuff you can use. So here we go, you can see he's back. And we crafted that blue Fortitude crystal. There it is in my inventory. Can I stack that? No, you can't stack them. So there we go. That's crafting and gathering in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I hope that was informative. And you can see, look, my skills have leveled up more. You do level up slightly more, I think, if you actually go and find them yourself. But to be honest, if you've got enough money, you can just sit in the city, or send him out while you're leveling your character to go and do this, and you can level this at the same time. You also don't get any experience from this as well, bear in mind. So if you're planning on using this to help you level as well, then you won't get any experience from doing this. But that's how crafting and gathering is done anyway. I think it's a really nice new feature to the game. Definitely different. So I'm going to be leveling up some more crafting and gathering anyway, and yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything, if I make any cool items through Artifice or whatever, then I'll let you know. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.